score may show the Hawks actually had some offense tonight, but frankly, they sucked in this one. They were stuck in the defensive zone all game long as the Blackhawks go into Detroit and lose 5-3. Why am I saying it the way I started this video off? Well, they were. They were stuck in the defensive zone all game long, watching Patrick Kane do Patrick Kane magic against his former team. It's still weird seeing Kane not in a Hawks uniform, especially wearing a Detroit uniform. So let's look at the shots on goal. You'll see it by what I mean. Shots on goal per period. 5-4 in favor for the Blackhawks in the first period. Second period, 2-18 in favor for Detroit in the second period. Third period, 8-6 in favor for the Blackhawks in the third. Total shots on goal, 15-28 in favor for Detroit. However, in that second period alone, shots attempted by both teams, 2 for the Blackhawks, 32 for Detroit. The Hawks were stuck puck watching in their own D zone. Mrazek stood strong tonight. He played actually solid. It was the fact everyone up front of him played pathetic. That's what it was. It was not a good game by the Blackhawks at all, even though they put up 3 goals in this game. Face-off percentage. It's been getting better, as I've mentioned in previous reviews for the Hawks. 47% of the draws went to the Blackhawks, to the 52.3 to Detroit. Hawks didn't have a single power play in this game. Detroit had 4, in which they scored 1 on. Hits, it was 21-12 in favor for the Blackhawks. That's showing the Hawks didn't have the puck. It was a bad game from top to bottom by the Chicago Blackhawks team. They now have another game tomorrow at the United Center, in which I will be at. So let's get into the game review at this point, where I talk about the goals of the game. In the first period, it was more of an even back and forth style of hockey game, but the Hawks give up an early goal to the Red Wings at 4:26 in the first period, scored by former Blackhawk Alex DeBrincat, his 18th of the season, assisted by Patrick Kane and Hull to make it a 1-0 game 4 minutes into the game. It looked like one of those classic Kane to DeBrincat plays from when they were with the Blackhawks that led to a goal against on the Hawks. A bad turnover leading to a good rush for the Wings to lead to a goal against. And that's what happens. But the Hawks do kind of even out the play. They come back and start playing a little bit better hockey after giving up this DeBrincat goal. And, well, 6 minutes later at 10:56 in the first period, scored by number 8, Ryan Donato, his 12th of the season, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard, his 99th point of his career, assisted by number 95, Ilya Mikheyev, to tie the game up 1 apiece. This goal was all set up by Bedsy. Bedsy cuts into the offensive zone, going down to a bad angle, sauces it to Ryan Donato to one-time it past Cam Talbot to tie the game up. A beautiful pass by Bedard, getting the Hawks on the board. It's a 1-1 game. But Mrazek had to make a couple saves. The Hawks playing okay in the first period. It was an even match. It was back and forth hockey after this goal. And we go into the second period tied at 1 apiece. And into the second period, it was an ugly period by the Chicago Blackhawks because the Wings get a power play to go into the second period and they take advantage. At 41 seconds into the second period, Lucas Raymond scores his 17th of the season on the power play, assisted by DeBrincat and Kane to make it a 2-1 Detroit lead. That's the only goal in the second period, but the Hawks did not do anything in the second period. They were stuck watching the puck getting moved around multiple times in their defensive zone, can't get the puck out of the zone, can't do much of anything when they had the puck, and it leads to the Wings taking a 1-goal lead into the third period. Hawks only had 2 shots attempted that even went on net, where the Wings had 32 shots attempted in that second period. But Mrazek stood strong, keeping this a 1-goal game. Into the third period of play, the floodgates open. And while the Hawks, Philip Kurashev, coming back from his healthy scratches, might send him back to being healthy scratch or even on waivers, how bad of an effort he played in this one. At 5 minutes into the third period, Andrew Kopp scores his 8th of the season, assisted by Gustafsson and Kane to make it a 3-1 Detroit lead. What happened, why I'm talking about Kurashev the way I did? Kurashev has the puck, takes it, and doesn't take it into the offensive zone. He tries passing it to no one. It gives it up right to Detroit to go down the ice. Gustafsson shooting onto the net, and it leads to Andrew Kopp getting the puck in the slot from Gustafsson off his own rebound and putting it in. It's a 2-goal lead for Detroit. Detroit piles on now. 2 minutes later at 7:07 in the third period. Johansson scores his first in the NHL, assisted by Raymond and Casper to make it a 4-1 Detroit lead. At this point, I tweeted out, this might be one of the worst Blackhawk games of the season. And there's been a lot of bad games. The reason why I said it the way I did is because the effort on the ice at this point was flat out atrocious. They weren't doing anything. They could have been easily down 7-1, but they don't. The Hawks start battling back. 3 minutes later at 16 in the third period, scored by number 86, Teuvo Teravainen. His 8th of the season, first of the night, assisted by number 42, Nolan Allen, and number 28, Colton Dach, to get the Hawks within 2, and the Hawks are now kind of getting some momentum. They're moving the puck, getting some chances off, and well, Teuvo puts it in. Hawks start skating better, start going into the offensive zone. They pull Mrazek early in this one with 3.5 remaining in regulation time. Hawks pulling Peter Mrazek. Hawks get the puck in the offensive zone. And well, at 17:06 in the third period, scored by number 86, Teuvo Teravainen. His 2nd of the night, 9th of the season, unassisted. He steals the puck from a Detroit Red Wing in the offensive zone and just throws it on net when Bertuzzi was up front of the net falling. And well, Teravainen gets his 9th of the season. Hawks are now within 1. They're going to have to pull Mrazek again to try and get an extra attacker out there. But the time when they pull Mrazek doesn't work out the second time. because at 18-21 in the third period, Marco Kasper scores on the empty net for his third of the season, assisted by Edmondson to make it a 5-3 final at 18-21 in the third for the Detroit Red Wings. It was an ugly game by the Blackhawks. Was the score closer than what it says on the board? Yeah. But the Hawks just did not play well. I have to say it that way. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, pick up the Playhawks because that was not a good game.